Yo. Good morning, everybody. How's it going? Uh-oh. There we go. I don't know why that didn't slowly go down. I tried to slowly ease out of that. I gotta figure out how to do that. What's up, everybody? I see the chats populating this morning, and everybody, welcome. As you notice, Greg looks a little different today. Greg is out, and Omar is filling in for him. So welcome, Omar, to the show.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. Honor to be here. Thank you.
Oh man, well, thank you for filling in for Greg, and
you got it.
Maybe we'll see you around a little more frequently.
Oh yeah,
as we move forward. But just want to say hello to everybody in the chat, and then just let you guys know for today's show we're going to be unboxing. I teased it in the little write-up. I said we're going to be unboxing a toy line that has never been unboxed on Double Jointed before, and that is the Plunderlings, the world of the Plunderlings. We're going to open up some Plunder Beaks today. We're also going to be doubling down because there's a lot of toy shows going on right now, and we are going to talk about Joe Fest because it's happening this weekend, but we're going to be doubling down on something that Omar and I had been planning to do. I think you and I had talked about doing like a full show, like just doing like a pre-recorded sit down and breakdown of the Dallas-Fort Worth toy show, the Action Force panel that they had where they revealed all the new product, because you and I are both avid Action Force collectors. We collect a lot of that line. May not be a fan of the people behind them, but definitely dig the toy line. So we're going to be talking about the big reveals there and everything that's coming out in the world of Action Force in 26 and beyond. But Omar, you want to kick us off and say hello to the people in the chat already?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, we got Ray Paz here in the house. He was first. He was like, "Oh, the boys are back."
Yeah, what's going on, Ray Paz? Yeah, kind of, sort of.
Yeah, we got Andy the collector here. He says, "This is the only reason I get up this early is to make Mark cry." We got Jesse Marshall is here. Good morning. Charlie Squared. Look, there he is. I saw he was out. Greg's in the chat. I saw some pics he was posting. He looks like he's out on a toy hunt this morning.
Nice.
Andy's very glad to see Omar here. We got Tango Toys 16. Good morning.
Tango.
Oh, dude, Plunderlings are so fun, and how they've expanded the line with the frogs and the birds, and man, there's a lot of really good stuff.
And the Plunderlongs, yeah, they're cool.
Yeah. There's a lot on sale right now too on Big Bad Toy Stores. So if you want to pick up some Plunder Strongs for $30, now's the time to do it. We got Articulated Times. Hey, I wanted to know because Steve says, our Action Force Series 6 in the black coming to Articulated Empire soon. Nice. So definitely pick those up. I wanted to know, Steve, because we're always next. I see you're posting a lot of pictures. Are you just attending Joe Fest, or do you actually have a table there? Because I don't see it on your list of shows as that this is where you're going to be. But are you just attending? Let us know. Because Charlie is sending me some texts. Our good friend Charles is sending me some texts. He just made it to Joe Fest and is getting in line to get his tickets now. So I'll probably have to be coordinating because I've got boots on the ground. Sending me pics and images and picking stuff up for me because I couldn't make it. One of the reasons I couldn't make it was because, of course, I've got some stuff going on today with my daughter and tomorrow with my son. But also, God, it's been like 3 weeks of pre-recorded shows and missing shows. And I was just like, man, these guys are going to – the chat is going to revolt. They're going to revolt if we don't give them a live show. Okay, great. I just attended Joe Fest, a quick turn and burn. You
Nice.
were thinking about doing this, right? You were going to drive up from Orlando for the
I
day,
I
right?
I was, and then I decided at the last minute, maybe it's not such a good idea. I've got to save up for Legion's Con. I've got so much other stuff going on. I also found out that the Horsemen weren't going to be at Joe Fest,
Right.
so that's when I was like, I don't know, because I wanted to pick up a Thor movie, so maybe another Legendary Warrior or a Scapular or something. And so I was like, maybe I'll skip it. I mean, the some of the releases that they're having, the reveals are pretty cool, but I maybe next year. But
Yeah.
Toylanta for sure, I will never miss. Toylanta's
Oh,
fun.
yeah. Yeah. Toylanta
Yeah,
is a lot of fun.
yeah.
Joe Fest is great. It's in Augusta, Georgia,
Mm,
home of the Masters
yeah.
golf tournament. It's where my best friend grew up, Randall Glowman, fan of the show. Hope he's watching today, even if he's not in the chat already.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna talk about it. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. So let's get right into the news. Let's talk about Steve's upcoming shows. Next time you can catch Steve in person is going to be at CarverCon July 11th. It'll be here before you know it. We got next weekend is 4th of July, and the following weekend CarverCon first
Right.
inaugural. We a lot of our friends are going to be there.
Yeah.
Which is kind of why we're going to have to do some sort of like creative juggling with the show, because I kind of put this out there to you guys. You and I are recording episode 99. So technically next weekend would be episode 100. And so I
Yeah.
kind of put it out to the chat. I said, hey, do you guys think that we should do our 100th episode on July 4th weekend, or should we postpone it? And it seemed like the overwhelming majority of people said, why don't we just postpone it?
Yeah.
Because, even though I'm not going to be out of town, I will be here at home. And I'm actually getting extra days off from work because I work for a public state university here in Florida, and they're giving us extra days off since it's the
Nice.
250th birthday.
Yeah.
So I'm actually off like Thursday, Friday, the weekend, and then Monday. So I have
Nice.
like 5 days off in a row, which is really cool. Even though I'll be here, we wanted to postpone it in case a lot of people were traveling and maybe not at home and that sort of thing. So we're going to postpone it. So next weekend, we're going to, on July 4th weekend, I believe what we're going to do, if I remember my notes, I didn't write this down, but I believe that Greg and Curtis and I are going to do a triple jointed, and it's going to be our top 10 figures of the year so far, because we're almost exactly smack dab middle of the year. So we're going to do a triple jointed that will be unnumbered, even though typically I numbered the triple jointed in succession. And then the following weekend is CarverCon. So we can't do our 100th episode there either. So we'll have to figure out like what we're going to do, what's going to happen that weekend. And then the following weekend, we'll do our big 100th episode Palooza celebration. Let's see here. Greg says he's super stoked for CarverCon. Articulated Steve says Joe Fest is definitely worth attending. Acid Rain, Fex Hobby, Chosen Prime had a massive spread and awesome figures. We're going to get into it. I wish I had some pictures of the booth that they had there. I have a lot of pictures that some friends on the ground were able to send me. Yep, Andy Collector says Joy Toy Warhammer was there. We got Jersey Shore. I knew he wasn't going to have a chance to miss another live episode. Good morning, Double Jointed Universe.
What's up, Jersey?
People.
Not.
Andy says, I'll come on and just make you cry all episode during CarverCon. Yep, we can do it. Yeah, Greg wants to remind everybody we are going to have some giveaways. We are going to have some pretty cool giveaways for that. So let's get into a little bit of the news. So if you're thinking of pre-ordering anything from the Four Horsemen, for their Reinforcements 3 and all of the character packs, this is your last weekend. Today and tomorrow will be the last weekend to get in and lock in your orders at the lower pre-order pricing. So that's pretty cool. After which it's going to shift to the retailer pricing, and you'll be able to pick them up from your fine retailers like Steve's Articulated Empire. While we're going to be talking about this, we're going to go ahead and talk about the bilge. There was a pricing update today. We all know that when Jeremy was announcing this figure, he said that Chris kind of came back in and slapped their hand and said, whoa, you guys priced this way too low. Basically, let me just read the rundown here. This figure is currently being sold at $30 as a Legion builder during our storehorseman.com pre-order, which ends tomorrow, Sunday. So this was just updated today. 11 p.m. Eastern. It says, when we got the pricing for this figure from our factory, we realized that it was closer to a standard figure in terms of pricing and not a Legion builder. It makes sense that the figure itself has way more paint details than a Legion builder normally has. And here's what we are doing. Obviously, the current pre-order remains at $30, making the build a crazy good value for those who pre-order him directly from storehorseman.com. For future retail sales, however, the price will be moved to $49.99, which is less than our normal standard figure pricing, which is $55. But more than the Legion builders in this wave will be at retail. We wanted to share this pricing update before the direct pre-order ends so Legionnaires can decide on their strategy for adding Reinforcements 3 to their collection. The other figures and items in the wave will be $5 to $10 more at normal retail prices, but since the build has a larger jump than is typical, we wanted to make sure the Legionnaires were aware of this change and why it was happening. So if you're wanting to add the bilge to your collection for a wicked low $30 price point, now's the time to do so today and tomorrow before 11 p.m. Eastern tomorrow night. And then the last, let's see here. Are you doing any pickups from this?
So yeah, I'm going to get extra bilge just because that was one of the things that I liked right from the beginning. And then I'm going to get 2 of the barbarians. And then originally I was going to go all in. And now I think I'm just going to go a la carte and pick and choose what I want and then go from there. And then if I want anything more, I'll go through Steve or I'll go through retail and get something else.
Yeah, absolutely. The barbarians pick up for sure. The cloth good sets, the soft good sets are just.
I mean, I'm torn with that armory set with the Valiant Knights and the 4 cloth goods. Like I'm like, maybe I should pick up that, a couple bilge and a couple barbarians and be done with it. But we'll see. I mean, I still have. I'm gonna put my order in today. I just need to just like really sit down and just figure it out. And I have gift certificates to use too, so that really helps out a lot. So we'll see.
Yeah, absolutely. And then one last little update here before we move on is that the Legacies of Mythos, so the Urzak and the Otho are shipping now. They have arrived at the Four Horsemen's warehouse, and they're shipping out to people who did the direct pre-order from them. And then Steve is in the chat. He can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the street date for retailers on this is July 18th. If I'm not mistaken. So they will be getting them soon. Yeah. Let's see, just saying, let's see who else is. We got Coda Forge in the chat. And then Brick, thank you, buddy, for joining. Just trying to get caught up on some of the chats here. Yeah, the bilge announcement is working. I'm tempted now. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
let's be honest. When it first was revealed, I looked at it and I was like, "That's $30 for that." I was like, "That's crazy, man. That's a crazy price." So that was like one of the first things. Yeah, that was like one of the first things that I wanted. So I mean, for the deal, this is a deal. $30, man. Come on.
Yeah. There's just a lot of plastic there too, you know. I mean, there's a lot going on with this figure. You've got the extra neck piece that gives all that extra weight and bulk around the neck. You've got the articulated like bendy wire tail. Like there's just a lot going on.
Yeah, and the part that I love about it most, it's an army builder for Poxus. I mean, there's no Poxus army builders until now, you know. So this is really, really cool. So
yeah, absolutely. Unless you just want to go like straight skeletons, but I mean, I guess that'd be more Necronominus though.
That's Necronominus,
that's right. And then just to let you guys know, Steve is saying Articulated Empire will offer partial pay and deposits on upcoming waves. Yeah, so they're always like $5 or $10 depending on the final retail price. most of the time I think it's around $5. So
And that
definitely.
helps out a lot too, especially as they just announced that Legion's Con is 19 weeks away. That is coming quick.
That's
So,
wild. It'll be here before
so
we
we
know
got to
it.
start patting our wallets now. We got to start being really careful with what we spend our money on because it's coming
Absolutely.
fast.
Yeah, that was another reason why I was kind of okay missing Joe Fest this weekend. I was like, if I
Yeah.
go,
Oh, you're
like
gonna
I'm
spend
gonna
more.
spend way more than if I just say, hey, can you guys grab me this and can you guys grab
Yeah,
me that?
yeah.
So let's go ahead and get into we're still in the news segment here. Oh, Steve's correcting me. Last I heard street date was July 10th, a week
Oh,
earlier. There we go.
week early.
Okay, thank you.
Nice.
Yeah, there we go. I couldn't remember. So, speaking of our friends at Joe Fest, I wanted to start off with Creative Realms Studios, which is run by our good friends Terrence and Gina. They are set up on the second floor. So, if you're watching this and you're heading to Joe Fest, I'm talking to you, Charles, because you're already in line. Head upstairs and say hello to Terrence or Gina. One of them will always be manning the table. It looks like they have also partnered up with the crew at Lone Coconut and are offering a bunch of Plunderling products for sale at their booth. That's really dope. I've actually messaged
It is.
Terrence and was like, "Hey man, how long are you going to be selling those? Because if you're going to have some left over in 2 weeks, I sure would like to be able to pick some up."
Yep.
Uh, Brick says, "Do we have more precise expected shipping on the Agbendor yet?" All I know is that Wednesday night on Mythic Conversations, I think Jeremy said that one cargo container had arrived in California, but had been pulled for extra inspection. I think those are just random. And so he was like, there's at least one in the ports, but hasn't made its way to there. As soon as it gets there, they'll start shipping them out. Was the only
Yeah.
update he really gives. So nothing specific, but hey,
Yeah.
some are here in the States already.
Yeah, I think you'll start seeing it in the beginning of July, and then retail date will be end of July or early August is my opinion. It's what I feel will happen. So
Right. Yeah, I would definitely say, yeah, early August will probably start. I didn't, yeah, Brick, head on down there. See if you can figure out which one it is. And if some fall off the back of a truck, please let me know. That'd be great. I don't have a lot pre-ordered from that. Nothing directly from Big Bad Toy Store. I mean, not directly from the Horseman. I have like
me
two or
either.
three pre-ordered from
Yeah.
BBTS.
That was before my time in Mythic. So I'm sure you are, Greg, ready for
Yeah,
Azure too. Um yeah, it was before my time. So I have my pre-orders through Steve and through Big Bad Toy Store, and I
yeah,
have them from another place as well. So yeah, I'm spread all
yeah.
over the place.
I've got Azza, and then I think I have three of Kaipacha. Kaipacha's
Oh,
in
okay,
that big,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, Kaipacha, yeah. I've got
Oh man, can't wait for that one.
dude, I've got 5 of the knights. I've got
Oh,
6 of the gold skeletons.
dude, you're gonna
And
get
then
hit hard.
yeah, I'm gonna get hit hard. Then I have it all in, and then I have like 3 of the dude, I went nuts. I have 3 another 2 Kaipacha, and then I have 3 of the Yosef, and then everyone else is just whatever. So
Yeah.
yeah. As I think I have an extra as. I think I got 2 asses coming.
I'm hoping that I know that Jeremy has said that they didn't order a lot because it wasn't really pre-ordered heavily. So
Yeah.
the run is going to be smaller than a normal run, but I'm really hoping there's some left over for Legion's Con, or that they're holding some back for Legion's Con, because
Oh,
that's
I'm
where I'm
sure
going
they
to have
will.
to
Oh, I'm sure
that's
they
where I'm
will.
going to have to load up, because
Yeah.
I think I really only have the 3
Mm.
Kaipachas and or maybe it's 2, I can't remember. And then Azza, I think that's all I have from that
That
wave. But there, I
that
mean, there's
night,
more that I want, but that's what I
yeah.
have locked down.
That blue shield soldier is gonna sell out.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, so Terrence and Gina are at Joe Fest. Go look at them.
Yep.
Just go stare and look at them like that. Just look right at them.
It's awesome what
They're on the
they've built. It's awesome what they've built. And now they're
yeah.
representing all of these Kickstarter companies, which is really cool.
Yep. Legends of Bramiyan. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure where else you would find those figures if Terrence and Gina weren't bringing them
I
to
don't I don't own any of those figures. Are they good or
Yeah, they're pretty nice. They're solidly made. Of course, production and sculpting handled by Four Horsemen. They're
Okay.
really nice. I have two, and I
Nice.
enjoy them. Yeah, they're, oh, you can't see them, but they're right over there. Let's see. Um, Next up, without the Four Horsemen being there, and being like a huge draw, I think Savage Crucible has definitely stepped up, and I believe their spread is the de facto place to be. Their table, from what I'm hearing, long lines, 30,
Yeah.
40, 50 minutes to be able to get through the line. I believe they had somewhere in the neighborhood of 40 to 50 Elrics on the table for, I don't think I'm not sure if they were selling them Friday night. I think they put them out on the table for Saturday morning and they were gone. Probably the first 40 people in line,
Yeah.
one per
Of course.
person.
Of course.
But lots of new stuff here. We're seeing this fully armored head to toe knight. Some of these pictures are from my buddy Jose. Some are going to be from Terrence and Gina, and then some are going to be, and they'll be noted. Some are from friend of the channel, Badass Reviews, Carlos from over at Badass Reviews. I've pulled some of his images from Instagram as well. Shout out to Carlos. Please go check out this channel.
This is a beautiful looking night, man.
Dude, this is
so damn good.
This is like straight out of like Elden Ring or something like that, you know? This is so beautiful.
It is. Tremendous job.
Yeah. Here's another look at that same night. I am just loving the painted metalwork. Yeah, the helmet. It's great.
I love that helmet. Yeah.
This guy, I do not know the story. Trust me, after this weekend is over, I'm going to be picking Rob posts. I'm going to be hitting slide up in his DMs and be like, Rob, what's going on with this goat dude? Yeah. But we've got some nice sculpted parts here, nice reuse for like the fur arms. And I love the color because I love Jaeger. They're like werewolf kind of highwayman figures. So I want to, I kind of want to like build out like a mostly like unarmored Jaeger, and this figure will be good for that. But yeah, I mean, this goat dude's looking wild. Couple of looks at the head, the other head there. It looks like we're getting into, like, I don't know what these are being called, but it looks like maybe like some basic body, like army builders. So it looks like we have 3 standard. I don't know, like for pricing or whatever. Like I'm speculating, but I would imagine these are probably going to be some basic, like lower priced standard bodies. We've got this pale skin human, dark skin human in the back. Just a closer look at the different heads. Great for customizing. Oh man, these are going to be so good. And then a blue skin bad guy right there with like a Keldor looking head going on here in the front.
Like Keldor, yeah. I think I have a feeling these guys are like gladiators. That's what they remind me of. There's like gladiators, and then they're probably going to have like gladiator kits that you can buy and like dress them all up and everything.
Yep. Some armor kits coming. Yeah. I think this is a brilliant idea. It's not something that I thought we would see from them. Yeah. But I love this idea of like your sort of like a pared down, more budget friendly figure. Not that their pricing is crazy right now, but I'm hoping these probably come in at sub 30, maybe $27, $28 would be a great price point for these. I think that'd be really cool, but I'm loving these warriors, and man, it's just going to make popping and swapping. I mean, these figures are already great for that, but you start throwing in some base bodies and boy, we're going to go to town. Let me catch back up.
I like the fact that they expand now, and it's not just lizard men, and it's not just like certain barbarians, and it's not just piranha men. It's like now you're creating the Savage Crucible world, and this is now catching the eye of everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. Brick is saying, Savage has some fun stuff being previewed. I want the dog dude and the blue guy. Yeah, for sure. Greg's like, I'm really loving that knight. Brick says, and the knight will move so well, like Elric, impressive for a fully armored figure. Absolutely. Yeah, we kind of knew this, Greg. Yeah. Um, Elric's going to be in the top 10 for sure. Yeah. So Steve is there, and yeah, and he is saying that yeah, Savage is freaking bringing it for sure. Um, Charlie Squared, the Knight's fantastic. Armored Dog, yeah, we're gonna get there. Yeah, we're getting down to that. Yeah, yeah. Savage Crucible's crushing it for sure. Um, when these guys get angry, they turn into the Brutal Realms guys. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so let's keep on here. Speaking of the armored dog, yeah,
That's
it's
cool.
coming up next. I love this idea of
Yeah.
just more animals like in the line.
Yeah.
This is great. I think they were testing the waters kind of like with the Komodo dragon, and that's been going so well. I could see them doing something very similar to with these dogs,
I
maybe blind
I
box colorways.
I wish that they would have given us more Komodo dragons in the in stock sale, and it wasn't just a limit of one. That's the one thing
Yeah.
that kind of got me a little bit because you can go to the shows and buy as many as you want, and then but then in the in stock sale they only limited you to one, and I wanted to pick up like three or four. So
Yeah, I don't
I
have
hope
any
they
of the
learn
blind
that.
boxes. Yeah, I don't have
Yeah,
any right now. I can't wait to get my hands on
I hope
some.
they learn from that with the dogs, and because
I
if they
think from
are,
what I'm trying to think. Sorry, I don't mean to keep cutting you off.
no,
I
no, no.
think when I was talking with Rob, I think he was saying that they only had so many that had come in from overseas, and they had like another shipment coming in that they were going to have more. So I think when they have other sales, other
Yeah.
online sales throughout the year, they're going to be putting up more Komodo dragons, and
Good,
they
because
should be easier to get
yeah, because
throughout the rest of the year.
I would like to get some more because they're really cool. I got one so far, but and the one with the dungeon pack because I did buy the dungeon pack finally, but I want to get some more, man. I would love to get some more of these. And these dogs, this is the first time I've seen this. This is badass. This is
Yeah,
great.
this is awesome. This
Yeah,
is really dope.
yeah,
It looks like we're going to be getting a different, like a brindle color, and you can see that they've
nice.
got different heads, different armor packs. Um, I think I might have shown like here's a different look at that of a different head. You can see some food and some scraps of food on the ground for them for
That's
their
cool.
accessories.
Yeah,
Um, Carlos snapped a pic of this guy, which is just incredible. And you kind of see another head there on the ground looking very predator esque. I'm loving this right here.
yeah.
Like this is so man, there's like I am so mad at Rob for like not telling me about some of these things that were coming down the line. He doesn't I don't ask him and he doesn't tell me. So
Of course, yeah.
he's keeping it close to the vest.
Well,
Hey,
I mean,
there he is.
we'll get to see a whole bunch of we'll get to see a whole bunch of them at up in New Jersey. So that'll be
Oh
cool.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, so I am going to try my best to attend the upcoming Titans toy show, um, which is Titans Toys Expo. It's October 9th and 10th. It's in Nashville, Tennessee. One of my best friends lives in Nashville, so hopefully I
Yeah.
can fly up and stay with him. This is in October. They're going to have not only are they going to have they're going to have some like a first available, like a first drop. They're also going to have an exclusive figure, so that'll probably be the next time that I get to see them. And then again, like the following month in New Jersey
Nice.
at the Toy Unity. Where is that? I've got that up too. Toy Unity Expo, same weekend as Legion's Cons. Please go over and attend if you want, and if you don't. That's cool. Everybody's gonna be. It's all good. It's all love.
Mark and I will be crossing the street. So
Definitely across the street. I will say this. While I am not a fan of the show that Rob and Bobby Valla were just on last week, the podcast that they. While I'm not a fan of that show, Rob Post from Savage was on there, and Bobby Valla was on there, but it is his show, so of course he's going to be on there. And they were having a really interesting, like hour and a half long talk about making action figures in this day and age, and it's a really interesting listen.
I watched it.
I enjoyed it
It was good.
thoroughly.
It was
I
very good.
really, really loved all the insight and
Yeah.
Rob and Bobby's like both where their experiences have overlapped and also how their experiences are different. I thought was really cool.
Yeah.
So
No, they a lot of insight,
yeah.
definitely, and a lot of opinions that I think a bunch of us agree with, and
Right.
there was really good. It's I like listening to them talk about the toy industry because they're smart dudes. I mean, so I mean
Mhm.
they do when it comes to toys and everything. I mean, it's like they're hey, they'll tell you, man. They'll tell you straight up. They tell you how the sausage is made. So it's kind of cool
Right.
about kind of cool.
Also, I think if you are a um, fan of the Four Horsemen and
Yeah,
you might have strong opinions one way or the other
of course.
about Rob and Harbinger Studios, I think if as a fan of the Four Horsemen, I think if you watch that review, you might or that interview, I think you might have a different. You may come out on the other side of it with a different opinion of Rob because he kind of. There were several instances where he kind of like sings the praises of the Four Horsemen. So I think if you have stronger feelings one way or the other, you may come out with a different outcome. Yes, this is really live. It's really live. We're looking at you now through your window, Curtis. Put on some pants. Um, I'm a fan of the toy line Vala, but not so much the creator at times, though he is on point. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Ray Pez says
His
I don't know Rob, but I love his toy line. Yeah, absolutely.
his videos that he puts on Saturdays are very good.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
Bobby
I
puts up. They're
a lot
very
of times. I mean, I remember when he put out the video about the Masters of the Universe Chronicles
yes.
Origins and
Yeah.
Core.
That was amazing.
He literally beat me to the punch. He was going to
Yeah.
put out a video like I wanted to talk about that exact same pricing, and when I saw his video, I was like, I don't have to. I'll just point
Yeah.
people to that because
Yeah.
that he is spot on when it comes to pricing
Yeah.
action figures.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
He had a really
Only
good one about
shorts.
he had a really good one with reuse last week.
Yeah. From
Talking
NECA.
about
Yeah,
reuse.
yeah, yeah. Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, definitely. Bobby does a lot of kind of behind the scenes videos. No matter your opinion, Bobby has interesting content. Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm just reading Ray Paz's comment. Yeah, exactly. And Articulated Times will be at the Titans Toy Expo. I can't. I definitely. I mean, I'm coming, Steve. We're going. All right, let's get back to Savages. We're still in the news, guys. What are we doing? Yeah, 33 minutes in. Here's another look at the armored dog, and you can see a bear back there in the background, prototyped out. And then let's get to the exclusive figure. Now, this was, I kept saying, don't worry, we're going to find out what this figure looks like probably a day or two before the show. No, they were like, no, we're going to let people discover it at the table. It was teased. Some bloody hands were teased throughout the week, but that was about it. And here is a closer look at the figure itself. Terrence had also sent me here's another picture of the knight. I just wanted to show this one actually shows some extra heads that they have, some
It's cool.
unhelmeted
Yeah, that's
heads
cool.
there. Looking very accurate. Here's another look at the animals and some of their accessories. In the background, you can see head sculpts for what appears to be dragons.
Yeah.
Very nice. Terrence sent me this one. This is Terrence's pick along with the bio. It doesn't have the full bio at the top, but it does say independent tribes are oath-sworn warriors who believe the dead do not abandon the living. Flames release the soul-sacred smoke carried it skyward, and ash returns the fallen to the tribe. Warriors coat their skin in the final gift from the ancestral pyres and mark themselves with bloody handprints before battle. Blood for the living flame in their bodies and ashes for the ancestors who walk beside them. Man, this is just I don't want to bore you guys with reading the whole thing, but yeah, he sent me the intro, which is really cool. Lots of really good lore there. And then just this morning, Harbinger posted production photos, like their actual solicitation photos for this figure. And man, I got to tell you, I'm loving this. This looks so freaking good. Like that right there, like that pose, that helmet, the horns. Gosh, this just looks great. This guy, like to me, he reminds me of like the face painted warriors in the new uh, Mad Max movie. You know,
War Boys, the War Boys.
yeah, the War Boys, yeah, and they would spray that silver stuff in their mouth.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's what this reminds me of, dude.
yeah.
These
They
are
spray the
killer.
chrome so they could get into Valhalla. Yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
Yeah, man,
That's the
these are
first thing I
looking
thought of too.
great.
When I saw this figure, I was like, "This looks like a War Boy."
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. Um, yeah. Let's see.
I like it. Um, I think I can probably wait for it to come out and in stock, but I mean, I do like it. I think it's a really cool figure, and it's something that you can army build.
Oh yeah.
So I'll probably end up getting at least two of these for sure. But I think I don't have to go out of my way, to get it or pay a crazy price to pick one up.
Right.
I'll wait till get to the con or if someone can pick one up for me or something, then I'll do it that way.
And knowing Rob and how he likes to do things, I would not be surprised if there are variants of this figure with the hands in different locations and you not know which ones you're going to get. He loves playing around with things like that, and I would not be surprised if that's not the case here, so that if you had 4 or 5 lined up, maybe they're not all the same. I don't know that to be sure. I'm just saying, knowing Rob and how he likes to switch things up, that might be something they offer up. Let's see here. Brick says the animals look great. Uncarded review says Harbinger Studios gets my vote for best company of 2026. They are bringing absolute fire this year, 100%. Couldn't agree more. Curtis, thank you, buddy. $4.99. He says, as the mayor, I have declared all Savage Legion's beef squashed. This is my word, and as such is beyond constant contestation. Thank you. The
mayor has spoken.
The mayor has spoken, and I will now be referring all future beef content directly to. I'll be forwarding it directly to Curtis. Listen, we cannot as fans go in and fix what happened in the past, but I like to believe that these are grown adult men all around our age. I think they might have done things in their past that were questionable, as we all have. But as we all get older, we all just want peace and unity, and we just want to move forward. All of these people just want to make badass toys, and we like to collect badass toys. So let's just let the beef go, squash it, and let's move on. I agree with Curtis. So thank you, Curtis, for saying it. And the mayor of Toy Unity, Art by Ackerman. Yeah. UC War Boys, I seen Insane Clown Posse, maybe the same thing. I don't, my brain will not allow me to accept anything that's ICP, even though I understand there's some crossover with wrestling in there a little bit, only because they started
I have ICP figures, and I have Vampiro with the ICP paint and everything else.
I love that Vampiro.
I don't mind ICP. Their music.
I love it. Andy says Savage Cruiser were cool, but I can't start a new line. But I consider picking up Komodo and a pupper. Yeah, he'll be full on all in next year. Don't worry. It says maybe even a little Mad Max feel. Yep. Art Carter reviews. Savage Cruiser was going from strength to strength. The Varnox and Elric and this War Boy. This figure will sell instantly to retail. Yeah, look here. Andy says, War Boys aren't as crazy as Juggalos. Cloud 5 critters. Those knights are so sick. I need at least 4 of them. Yeah, we're grown adult people. Yeah, I agree, buddy. Ray Pass says, I agree. At my old age, I just want peace. I ignore people who don't get along with. Yeah, you just got to ignore them. Dude, this is something. This makes me so happy. Like the minute I saw this, I lost my shit when I saw these previews, because I am currently loving the Acid Rain World
Yeah,
Novart
you're a huge
line. That
fan.
one, dude,
Yeah.
I'm loving it so hard. And when I saw that they were going to have like a GI Joe Viper like colorway, and it comes
Yeah.
with the Ostrix, I
Yeah.
was blown away. And then even and for the 1/18th scale Acid Rain, they didn't leave you guys out. The Vesper Wing Flux set is awesome. Boy, I wish they made that in 1/12 scale. I'd buy that too. But this is there. My buddy Jose, dude, I love you, brother. I owe you a lunch. Picked up this Vesper Ostrix set for me. I am going to do my best. And he got me this, and he got me the what else did he pick up for me? Charles is grabbing me the Savage Crucible. I'm trying to remember what was the other thing he grabbed for me. I'm blanking right now, but he got me another exclusive. Oh, the Skeletron exclusive. We're going to talk about that in a minute. That's what it was. And I'm hoping to get caught up with him tomorrow when he heads back into town. And hopefully next week I'm able to review a bunch of Joe Fest exclusives, but this stuff is really dope. Here is the newest figure from Skeletron. This is called their Assault Trooper, $40. Oh, I don't think I mentioned. I don't know the 1/18th scale set price, but the Ostrix, the 1/12 scale, the figure, that's $85, which I feel is fairly reasonable. The figures are $35, the Ostrix are $42. You put that together, you got $77. Tax and shipping, you're at $85. So I feel like that's an okay price for that. This guy, $40. He comes completely packed out. Steve, I pulled this image from the chat where you sent it, saying that this was your first Skeletron figure. This pack out is incredible. Comes with an extra head, so you need at least 2 of these guys. Yeah, I can't wait. I'm loving the Skeletron. They may be slow on getting their releases out, but their releases are bangers, and they're high quality figures.
So I got to say something about these Red Shadows, okay? Because
jump in there, man. Get it.
I'm very opinionated when it comes to this figure. All right,
because you love Operation Monster Force.
So I'll just show you right here. There's pretty much the same thing. The only difference is that
I did the wrong thing. I was trying to move this out of the way. Man, what am I doing? What is happening?
That's right.
Here?
We got a big picture of the Red Shadows Assault Trooper. But I mean, you out, right? You look at the deck out and you see it's very futuristic, right? And then you see this is the Operation Monster Force deck out. And it's not futuristic, but it's pretty much practically the same thing. And then if you look at the Crimson Moon deck out, look at the head. It's basically the same thing as well. So for me, when I saw that, I was like, okay, that's cool. I mean, I'll get one, but I wasn't like as super excited because I've already got like 3 or 4 of these dudes that all look like that. They're just a little bit different, you know? So
yeah. But, all of these toy makers like Skeletron and the guys who are at Big Bad Workshop, they know each other. They're both of them are huge lovers of the old Action Force figures, the GI Joes from the UK, and they're all kind of working together to bring them back to life. So like they're working sort of in tandem, and they're like, hey, you guys can make the ones in like the dress down shirts, and we'll make the ones that are a little more futuristic. I think that they're all trying to, because the Red Skull ship that they made is, that I've got right back. Oh, where is it? Right back over here. Like that's one of the vehicles from Action Force back in the day, from their Space Force. And so I think they're all trying to work together, and they're not really competing. They're just like, hey, we'll do one that's more futuristic. You guys can do the old school looking one.
I'll tell you what, if I see one of those at Legion's Con, I'll be going home with one of those Robo Skulls.
That thing definitely was my toy of the year last year. That thing was incredible.
Now that's a great figure. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying at all that it's not a great figure. It is, because Skeletron ties into Action Force, and Action Force ties into, in a way, Crimson Moon. It ties into Crimson Moon as well. So I mean, I get it, So that's their future version of it, and that's a cool figure. Again, it's one of those that I was like, oh, okay, I kind of already have it in a different version, so I'll get it. But I'm not like, oh man, I got to go to Joe Fest and grab it right now. type of,
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, a lot of I think all of the Crimson Moon figures are all named characters
Yeah.
from Action Force, the
Yeah.
UK GI Joe, not the
Right.
Valorverse Action
Yeah.
Force. But that's where he got that name from.
Yeah.
But so that there was no copyright issues, all of the named characters' heads come packed in, and like werewolf heads come on the figure. But if you take them out and you put the heads on, you swap the heads around, you're basically getting
You
the Action
basically have
Force
that.
line.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Curtis wants to know, dick out. Yeah, sure. For sure. I heard a joke today that I thought I would share. It's a dad joke. Does anybody know why chickens don't wear pants? Because their peckers are on their face. Okay, yeah, I need like
Yeah.
5 of those new Red Shadows
I,
figures. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what. If I tell that joke to my wife, she will probably laugh for an hour because she loves cheesy ass jokes like that, dude.
It's yours. Don't even tell her where you got it. It's yours.
You
All
got it.
inspired by the Red Shadows from UK Action Force. Yeah.
Yep.
I see a theme. Yeah, that figure is loaded. $40. Get out of
And
town.
and that's the thing. If you're gonna sell a figure for $40, like Operation Monster Force does, you got to deck it out. You have to deck it out, and that's cool. That it brings all of that. If you're gonna do
you're
that,
getting blast effects.
Yep.
Yeah.
You got to deck it out, dude.
Yeah, for sure. That's a lot of really good stuff there. So that's going to bring us to the end of the news. 45 minutes in. Now we can actually. That was a really good corny joke. So we're actually going to get into the actual segments of the show. So let me bring up my stuff. What are we doing first? What do we got going first? We got commercials.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
He's like, dick it out. Who says that? Omar says it. That's who. And Omar has spoken. Let's see here. Here we go. We're going to let's get into some commercials.
He'll fight for freedom wherever there's trouble. G.I. Joe is there. G.I. Joe!
Cobra's stealing the capsule! They're getting away in the water moccasin!
And with him are the evil new Cobras, Firefly, Scrap Iron, and the Baroness.
The shark will catch him.
G.I. Joe! American hero!
They're throwing the capsule overboard! Let's go get it! Way to go, Joe! Go! Go!
G.I. Joe Shark comes with diver. Water Moccasin comes with driver. Other figures sold separately from Hasbro.
The reason I pulled this particular commercial is because I have been like, there's this guy that I follow on Instagram who's been posting a lot of like G.I. Joe boat toys in his pool. And I think I even sent some to you guys, and I was like, if I ever win the lottery, like there will be signs, and it was him with the G.I. Joe whale like in his pool.
Yeah.
And I've been thinking like, man, I really need to get a shark and a deep six, like the retro one where you put the little you pump the air and he goes up and down in the water.
Yeah.
I totally forgot until I saw this commercial that you could clamp a figure to the bottom of the shark. I totally forgot you could do that.
Oh yeah, yeah. You could. I used to put torpedo down on under him, or wetsuit. Oh yeah, it was cool, man. It was cool.
I totally
that
forgot.
Commercial was so great because the water moccasin was my favorite vehicle besides the hiss of all GI Joe. Loved the water moccasin. Loved Copperhead. Loved and Scrap Iron was one of my favorite figures too. So I always had it was. That's just some nostalgia, man. That's great, dude.
Man, I love the water moccasin. I would say next to Zartan's chameleon, his swamp skiff, it was probably my favorite Cobra vehicle.
So shout out to Bobby Valla. He got a C vehicle out before Hasbro did, which is shocking considering G.I. Joe line's been around for so long. So I'm we'll talk more.
Yeah, on one of the and we're going to get into that in our double down because that's part of the presentation, the boat that he has. But in one of the recent videos they did for Yojo June, the guy who is over the brand for Classified, he was talking about Deep Six, and he's one of the questions was, does this mean that we could potentially see a shark? Or does Deep Six coming without the shark mean no shark? And he was like, no, I could totally see where we could do a shark. He was like, when we do a vehicle where we've already released the pilot, like with Zartan, he's like, we just have to figure out a way to release it with another character. You know, he was like, and so many people drove sharks in the cartoon. It doesn't have to come with Deep Six. It was just that we really wanted to get Deep Six out there. So they've got a number of water based like sea characters coming out. So I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing boats. I personally don't understand Hasbro's aversion to boats. I've said it before. You and I live in Florida, and if we want to, I don't know about you, but I bought a snowcat. I'm going to have to imagine snow for my snowcat. Then I can imagine water for my water boats.
So I did not get a snowcat, but I got the snow hiss. So
nice.
So I did buy the snow hiss. I did not buy the snowcat. But so there you go. I love anything Arctic. Even though growing up in Florida, anything Arctic was like my favorite, like Iceberg and Snow Job, and then all the, you know, the Cobra. There, it's just great, man. I loved it. But my second favorite was always Sea. So but like you said, they're recently releasing Deep Six. They already released Copperhead, but we don't have a moccasin and we don't have a shark. So let's see what they do with that.
I've heard this before. Andy says the boat thing was because of how bad the Fortnite boat sold. The problem is that the problem I have with that is that when that boat hit Ollie's and Ross, that boat sold like crazy, and people were making G.I. Joe boats with it. Like they were buying it for G.I. Joe. It's like, well, maybe it's because it's Fortnite, but I can tell you 50-year-old G.I. Joe collectors, we want us some boats. Give me a devilfish, give me a water moccasin, give me a shark. I'll be good. I'll be happy. Like that's all I need. Uncut Review says we have Deep Six, Wetsuit Torpedo, Davy Jones, Shipwreck, Chuckles. Come on.
Yeah.
Give them to us.
Yeah.
Greg sent me our next two commercials. So I definitely want to get these in since he sent them to me. I'm glad he
this will be interesting.
Omar says, Cardi says, so Omar likes decked out seamen.
In their tight outfits, bro.
Absolutely.
And Shipwreck was always my favorite. And his tight pants and his blue shirt.
It's Magnetic Batman and Magnetic Robin with magnetic hands and feet. Upside down or standing tall. Batman, they stick to most any metal at all. Batman. Both with flyaway action. Just pull the string and they do their thing. Assembly required. Batman. Batman. Magnetic Batman and Magnetic Robin with flyaway action. Each sold separately by Mego.
Okay, so 1979, I was 3 years old. So this was before my time, but I promise you, if these had come out when I was a kid, I'd have played with these things like crazy. Are you kidding me? Magnets and like grappling hooks? Get out of town.
They were Mego was the first line that I remember collecting because I think I was around 6. So
because you're a couple of years older than I am.
Yeah, and I remember those magnetic Batman and Robin and stuff. I had those, man.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I had those. That is so
like
cool.
How Brandon says, who has a Fortnite boat? I do. Yeah, those came out in the 70s. I was born in 76, so that's a little before my time, but man, I would have played with those for sure. Jersey, hey, I was 5 in 79, so you guys are pretty close in age.
Yeah, I'm a year older than Jersey.
Watch out, America. You never know where Zap It'll pop up next. Bobby! Zap it!
Hey, guys! Mom! I'm so sorry.
Zap it! The color disappears, but the fun never ends.
Dad!
Hey, Bobby!
Mom!
Zap it! Complete with guns and disappearing liquid. Additional refills in red or blue sold separately. Zap it! The color disappears, but the fun never ends.
Man, if some kid did that to me, I'd be whooping his ass like there's no tomorrow. If he stained my shirt like that and then it just disappears, I'm like, oh, sorry.
Omar is older than I am, which it was funny because when you and I I was looking back at some pictures in my phone, and I mean, it wasn't that long ago. I mean, back in May, I think, when you and I met up to go to the SmackDown WWE SmackDown in Jacksonville, and my beard was like much longer, like I would have been like, dude, I look like I'm 20 years old. Omar looks great for his age, man.
Thank you.
You look really good for your age. Yeah, you. I definitely thought, I'm sure people were like, "Is that dude's granddad?"
Yeah.
All right, Andy. Andy, get ready, Andy. Here we go. Oh man, I think I'm on a roll with stumping Andy. Let's see if I can stump him again this week. Here we go.
Lord Narg sent his trolls to Havenwood, their evil mission, to bring back supplies of the magic wood. A war machine built of the special magical Havenwood could never be beaten. Or could it?
Wish to fight? I do not.
But I do.
Help!
All right. Brick says, oof, that's some rough Western animation. Yes, sir.
That might be
guesses?
That might be the worst cartoon that you've put on your show that I've seen so far.
It might. It might just be.
It might be. I have no idea what this is. Troll, the animated series. I have no idea.
All right. Charlie Squared is guessing Dragon's Lair.
No, I don't think. I used to watch Dragon's Lair. I don't remember this, but I could be wrong. Dragon's Lair was like one of my favorite video games when I was a kid.
Dragon's Lair was a very hard video game when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't even know how to play this. Like, what's the point? Like, what am I supposed to do? I didn't know what QuickTime events were back then.
So now I have it on DVD and I play it. Like whenever I'm bored, I'll play it all the time on my DVD, and like I beat it every time.
Oh yeah. You just have to hit left, right, up, and down.
Yeah, that's all it is.
All right, I'm not seeing any other guesses here, and I don't want to draw this out any longer. But I'm gonna go ahead and tell Charlie Squared. That dude he's spot on, everybody.
Oh wow, it was Dragon.
What?
Wow. Well, getting the daring. Wow.
Andy was like, I have no clue.
Wow.
Yeah, there we go.
Good
I'm on a
job,
roll.
Charlie.
Andy,
Good job, Charlie.
that dude, he smashed it.
Well, you picked probably the most. You probably picked like the most like obscure scene of any Dragon's Lair episode, and that's why everybody.
The funny thing is when he's running away, the very next shot is Dirk and Daphne like riding up on a horse, and he runs into them, and he's like, "What's going on?" And he's like, "This troll's chasing me." And like, so yeah. I sometimes have to do some creative editing because I don't want I don't want to give it away, but. Yeah, wow, yeah. Wasn't Rankin and Bass using a Japanese studio? I believe so. Some went on to form Studio Ghibli. Yeah, probably. Can we get a wellness check on Andy? Yeah, I don't know. He's, you know what? He's in. Greg and I say this all the time. Nothing will distract a man more than having a new woman in his life. I tell you. Yeah. Charlie nailed that one. All right. I sense a theme here, so let's go ahead and hit that wish list. So either Andy or Heinrich sent me this, and I thought it was pretty topical when I got it because since you guys sent me this, a couple of these figures have been announced. So like, especially in group G, I think in G, we just got the Deep Demon.
Yes.
And what was the other one we've seen? It just says
Grenadier. The Grenadier's there.
Yeah, but they've got some of these named wrong because I feel like we just saw the figure next to G to the left. Is that like a Toxo Viper or something?
Yeah,
But it's
Taco
not
Viper.
listed.
He
It's
was
not
announced.
listed in there. Yeah, it says Cobra Hostile is all that they're like, we don't know what to call it. We'll
We
just
don't know what to call it. Yeah, exactly. Man, talk about repaints.
Yeah. See, this is what I'm talking about. That man ain't got time for figures no more. He ain't got time for cartoons. That's what I'm talking about. But see, the other thing that I really like about this page too was that up in F, that's the figure that I feel like we probably, I'm sure Hasbro's going to get to him eventually, but when they recently announced Dusty and like Desert Dusty, which is kind of weird because he's already, but like the new Dusty with Sandstorm, the wolf or whatever, like I was expecting this guy who I had as a kid, who I love. What is his name?
Yeah, he's got the Bobcat, right?
Yeah. Good guys includes Arctic Attack, Storm Shadow, Point Man. They're just making stuff up. SWAT, Light Infantry, and Blooper Man.
Yeah, like the orange. Yeah, like that orange, the orange camel, right? And I think it was the Bobcat. Yeah.
Sandstorm is a coyote. That's right.
Coyote,
okay.
Yeah.
So this guy, I'm trying to remember, but he had the Bobcat or he was a lynx, and like this was the guy that I'm like, this is the figure that I think we should have gotten before another another Dusty and
yeah,
I don't know. But some of these vehicles down here are really nice too, because the driver of K, which I believe was called Destro's Demon, the driver of that is a figure that I really want, but I don't need Hasbro to make that vehicle. And I think the driver was named the Ferret. Even though Cobra did have the four-wheeler was called the Ferret.
The Ferret.
The driver. But I never had this Tiger Force Snowcat as a kid. So, man, I'd love to have that. What about you?
I did not have any. I did not get into the Tiger Force stuff. So Spearhead, Spearhead and
Max. That's
there you go. Yeah, as much as the Tiger Force stuff was cool, I just never really got into like that and the Night Force and the, Python Patrol and all that. Never got into it. Now I got into it with the G.I. Joe Classified series, but not with the old one. No. By this time, I was already starting to check out with G.I. Joe.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was hitting my stride with G.I. Joe because I'm just a little bit behind you.
Yeah.
Andy says the Demon had a flat landing pad that the spoiler could land on. Yeah, that's right. I remember that. I've never seen this J vehicle, the Mean Dog, but I like it. That's some Mad Max looking stuff right there.
Yeah,
and it attaches and makes a base, a gun emplacement, and a vehicle. I'm down for that.
Yeah.
This is a really good one.
I don't even remember that vehicle. I think by then I was already starting to check out, like I said,
I remember the commercials for the Tiger Force stuff. It used to say that G.I. Joe had captured Cobra vehicles and repurposed them as Tiger Force and put them back out in the field. But that doesn't really explain the Snowcat because that was like a Joe vehicle.
Yeah.
But it's a
cool
Rattler,
one. The Rattler was a Cobra vehicle, so that's cool that they turned it into a Tiger Force.
Yeah.
I remember that. I actually wanted one of those. I remember when they came out, but I just never got it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think by then, I can't remember what I was collecting. And this was what, 89, 90?
Had
91? Yeah. See, by then I was already getting ready to graduate high school. So
it does say that this is the 1988 JCPenney Christmas book. So this would have been coming out like at the end of 88 into 89.
Into 89. Okay. Yeah.
They must have been so new that even JCPenney did not know what to call most of these figures, because like, isn't the pink guy next to the Iron Grenadier? His name is like Zoltan or Zoltar or something like that, right?
Like that. It was. Yeah.
In G, they just have it Destro's General. That's
yeah. I think it was Zoltar.
Oh, Andy says, yeah, captured Cobra vehicles, but only 2 were Cobra. The others were Joe vehicles. Because, yeah, it was like the Cobra Ferret, the 4-wheeler was a Tiger Force. But then it was the Ram Cycle, but that was a Joe vehicle.
That was a Joe vehicle, yeah. I have the Ram Cycle for Black Series.
Voltar is his name.
Yeah,
Thank
it's
you,
Voltar,
Andy.
Yeah, it was Voltar.
Blizzard was the last figure I think I bought back in those days. Great figure, though. Love the ski sled option and ice climber boots.
Blizzard was cool.
Blizzard's really cool. I am really glad that we're getting Iceberg. Yeah. I hope that we get Blizzard. I hope we get let's see, we're getting Frostbite with the Snowcat. I would also love Stalker, because Stalker came in Arctic gear with a canoe.
Yeah.
They also have Hardball up there. I hope we get Hardball soon too.
They should make G.I. Joe figures in their Arctic gear, because I know the reaction figures they have like Scarlet, and you can make Duke, you can do Flint, there's so many Lady J. You can make so many different figures.
Well, we are getting with the Snowcat, some of the unlocks were Flint and
Lady J. That's
Lady
right.
J
That's right.
in Arctic gear. So it was like it comes with Frostbite, but then we also get like the Bivouac, and then it was like Flint in Arctic gear, Lady J in Arctic gear, and the Bivouac, and then each one of them, like one of them comes with the fishing rod and fish, one comes with like the camping set,
and then you got the tent set or whatever that thing was.
Voltar was a must-have for me as a kid. He had an animal. Which did he come with? What animal did he come with? I don't remember that. G.I. Joe jumped the shark. Shark spelled with a C though, because they jumped the shark. They did. They just got too big. It spread too thin, and then I think they might have been the last like 3 3/4 inch figures that came out that I was a fan of. Like after that, I think Bionic 6 came out, but after that, I'd moved on to like the upper scale.
When they started making Eco Warriors, and they were making the what was his name, Headman, the drug overlords, and they started making the Ninja Force, that's when I started losing it. That's when I was like, nah.
That's exactly when I got out, was in the 90s when they did, it was like Ninja Force was first, and then they went into like Toxic Viper. I never collected anything. I didn't get Ninja Force. So
I didn't get any of that stuff.
Right now, so like the what was the 2-pack Slice and Dice that came out like last year? That's
I did have them. I did have them. I had Slice and Dice, and I still have Slice and Dice now with the classifieds. And I do want Scarlet and Chebang, because I did have Scarlet and Chebang too. But a lot of the other ones, like Zartan with his orange mohawk, or I didn't have any of that stuff.
Yeah, me either. I passed on him recently.
Yeah, same here.
Found him in Target and just let it go. Because I was out. I didn't collect any of the Ninja Force or the Eco Warriors. After that, I was gone. I didn't get back into G.I. Joe until like the 25th anniversary figures. We do need Snake Eyes in the Arctic gear from the Mass Device episode. That would be cool. I don't know if they'll do that, because their chance to do that was with the Polar Bear when he came with the glowing hands and he came with like the Mass Device piece. That was their chance to do it, but they were like, no, we're putting all this tool into the Polar Bear. We're going to give you a repaint Snake Eyes. But that would have been
you know which one figure I haven't been able to find yet in the stores, and I really, really want? I want that Duke 250th anniversary retro carded figure. I have not been able to find him anywhere.
The red, white, and blue one. Yeah, well, just yesterday? Just yesterday, I saw that Walmart is getting end caps or little side caps with Duke and the Transformer Blue Wing or something like that. That there's a Transformer that's red, white, and blue as well. And so it's in like a little like a double-sided, like G.I. Joe's like Duke's on one side and the Blue Wing or whatever his name is on the right. And they're like in a little white Hasbro Celebrate America end cap. And so, if I find one up here, I'm not too much further. It's kind of like things come in California and then they make their way across, and you know how it is for us in Florida. It's like we're the last to get anything.
Well, one of the YouTubers, Kyle Peterson, he did recently a video where he was walking through a Walmart. He found them on clearance. And I was like, bro, you're finding this figure on clearance, and yet I don't even find him at all. he went down the clearance aisle and he was on clearance, and I was like, you gotta be kidding me, man. So
Yeah,
I mean, I guess it all depends on
that's somebody not knowing what they're doing, and somebody said, "Go in there and get all the Joes and put them on clearance." And some new guy was like, "You got it."
Yep, had to have been. But that's out in the
Yeah.
Midwest, so you know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm not in a I don't want that Duke, but if I find him, I'll grab him for you for sure.
All right, thank you.
Okay, what are we doing now? We did remember this wish list. Oh yeah, here we go. PO'd. So I ask you, what is something you've got pre-ordered that is very close and something you're looking forward to getting soon? And you said Operation Monster Force. What is this? Wave 3, Book 1, I believe.
Sir. Wave 3, Book 1, Chapter 1.
Yeah.
So,
this is a lot of new stuff, some reuse, but some really they're really expanding here.
They're awesome.
I only have one of these figures pre-ordered, and he's sitting in my pile of loot right now, and that is Commander Gridiron on the front left.
Okay.
I have that guy.
Now you can army build him. You can army build him because he comes with that cool skull that reminds me of a video game. It was like a dual video game, and I can't remember the name of it, where you used to like, but whatever. He's really cool. The Cthulhu, I think Riley or he's badass. But I have these guys, they're in my pile of loot. I actually ordered a couple of extra ones of the Doctor, and I ordered extra one of Captain Gridiron and an extra one of the Cthulhu guy. So I'm waiting for them to fall through into my pile of loot, and then I'm going to ship everything.
Yeah, the two demons in the back. I know I've seen Bobby B review on B's Battlegrounds. He's reviewed those. Yeah, I definitely want to grab that Cthulhu guy. If and when I see him, because I didn't get the last crazy Doctor they had, the brain in the inside of the capsule.
Dr. Caligari.
Yeah, I missed out on him, and now he's like impossible to find. So something that I just got my arrival notice for is this, and I've paid my final deposit on it, and that is the InArt Batman Origins Batman. This guy, so I should probably have him in the next 3 weeks or so, because I do believe they ship from overseas. And man, this thing is just gorgeous. Might end up being my Batman figure of the year. I love this armor, this how chunky and bulky this guy is. I love this. This is great. So
the one InArt figure that I've seen that they made that I really, really, really liked, that I almost got, was the Batman Who Laughs. That was really cool, man. So,
yeah, I have that guy. I saw that. Who's the other company who just made one? And I saw it, and I was like, "That's cool," but I think I want the one that InArt did. It looks a little bit more closer to the source material. I reviewed it recently. It's a fantastic figure. It came out last year though, so I can't. Even though I got it this year, I can't really include it in my top figures of the year list. At least I don't think. I just did my list, and I want to make sure that I'm not talking out of turn. No, I think it came out like at the end of last year. But yeah, those are our pre-orders that we're excited about, and should be getting our hands on soon. Let's do this real quick. Come on now, who remembers keeping all your notes and homework in this?
Trapper Keeper. Yes, sir.
Man, boy, this was a whole system of stuff.
Yeah, it was, man. Yeah, it was. I had so many of those different ones. It didn't matter. For every class, I had a Trapper Keeper almost, dude. That's so
for sure. Absolutely. Yeah, I had this one in particular, even though this is not my photo. I found this online. But I do remember having this because I remember thinking to myself, because I loved Sideswipe. This is Sideswipe, right? From Transformers. Yeah, the red Lambo. Man, I kept thinking when I was a kid, it's like, when I get to be an adult, I'm getting a Lamborghini. I had no idea, like that they were like super sports cars and cost hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
I don't think they have. Like, I think they have organizers and planners, and I have seen in Walmart they do have like some retro ones, like Trapper Keeper retros that are out, and I just the Countach. Absolutely, boy. Was there a more iconic car for kids in the 80s than the Lamborghini Countach? I don't think so.
The only thing that's better is that television right behind it.
Oh, dude, for sure. With
Look at the TV, bro. Yeah, look at the TV, man.
There's like 12 channels, and that's it.
Yeah.
And the buttons are on the front.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty wild. All right. What's the next thing up on our list? Oh, yeah. Boy, I knew this was going to be a long episode. Let's see. I can do my pickups. I've got 2 to show off. What you got? You want to kick us off?
Sure. So I got a few. I'll say 4. But I have these 2 guys right here.
Nice.
So Plunderlings, Plunder Frog, Cursed Dendro, and then the Feral Zombone. So I picked this one up with you while we were at Acme. And then you found this for me, and I truly appreciate it. The Great Muta, one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. So you found this for me, so I appreciate that very much.
Heck yeah.
And then this is the first Frazetta Girls figure I've ever bought, John Carter. So I can't wait to open this bad boy up too.
Mine has come in from Articulated Empire, and man, I need to pay Steve so that I can.
Yep, got it from Steve too.
For sure. Ray Pass says, "Yeah, man, that Lambo is awesome." I actually had that Trapper Keeper too. I love Sideswipe. My second favorite out of bot. Yeah. Andy says the Feral Zombone was my first Plunderling. Yeah, I have the exact Plunder Frog that you got. My pickups for the week, these are all empty boxes, but I will show them off. I did the review. I did all of them in one review this week, but it is the Acid Rain Wave 1 No Bark figures. So Thane, War Banner, we've got Skull Welder, and then Proteus. Got all of them in this past week from Chosen Prime. And kids, don't do what I did. If you're going to order from Chosen Prime, before you place an order, you have to do this before you place any orders. You have to go in and turn on Roller's Stash. I did not know that this was a thing. It is exactly like Pile of Loot, but you have to turn it on. And if you don't know Chosen Prime, the entire website's built around the idea of the Autobots and the Decepticons, Transformers. That's why it's called the Chosen Prime. And so Roller, the little roller bot that was in the back of Optimus Prime's trailer, is the little icon for it. You have to turn that on because all 4 of these figures came in stock. I did not know that. They charged me $15 shipping per figure and then shipped them all together in one box. So I paid $60 in shipping to get these guys, and they were $35 each. So big boo-boo on my part. I did not know that that's how that worked, but so learn from the old man's mistakes, guys. Brick says he can't wait for that John Carter. Yeah, that figure looks incredible. I think Heinrich got it in our chat and was sharing.
He did.
Looks great. Love the little alien that he comes with.
Yeah. He was the one that kind of convinced me to get it because I wasn't going to at first. And then when I saw it, I was like, let me check Articulated Empire, see if he still has them in stock. And I grabbed one right away.
Jesse Marshall says, I pre-ordered John Carter from Frazetta Girls and haven't heard a word. They must be working on that D13 business model. They just have one guy back there packaging labels up and real slow. I finally got this guy in after having him on pre-order forever, and that is the Street Fighter Arena Dan. Even though it's so funny that I went ahead and got the pink version, even though because I think this goofball head here actually comes with the yellow version. That's an exclusive somewhere, or he does have a different head. I don't know if it's that face particularly, but there are some of the poses. I just love these figures, even though this is now my 3rd body type with this. Ken and Ryu are exactly the same body type, but this figure is just so dope. Storm Arena stuff is just continues to impress me every time they
I
come out.
rather that color than what's his other color? Orange, like an orangey.
It's like an orangish yellowy kind of mustardy
I
color.
like that color better. I actually like that one better. Yeah,
I do too, because it's the color. When I think of Dan, I think of him as being pink. But yeah, the other head, there are some other heads in the newer, different colorway that are great. Let's see here.
I'll tell you what, Acid Rain and Jada Street Fighter are two holes I did not want to go into because I know I'll just complete them.
Well, you hang around me enough.
Yeah, I'll be moving into an apartment if I did all that. So yeah, no.
Yeah, Brick. I just saw the Storm Arena, Storm Collectibles, like all of their reveals, and I had to be careful of which ones I was getting excited about because you had to pay attention. Was it Collectibles or Arena? Because the scales are different. But their Balrog, holy crap, looked like just like cabinet art Balrog. Like it was gorgeous. And I keep saying this all the time. If you'd have told me that two lines that I would be excited about would be the exact same Street Fighter figures from two different companies last year, I would have told you you're nuts. There's no way I'm buying one of them, let alone both. Here I am. I am buying them both. Like each release, I get them both. They're great. And we're still $30. There's nobody out there delivering this quality at $30. Yeah. And it's insane. It's good stuff.
Every time I see him at Walmart, I'm like, I look at him and I look at him twice and I look at him 3 times and then I'm like, no, and I walk away.
I gotta go.
Yeah, gotta go.
Yeah. All right. Let's get to our unboxings, which we may have to speed through. So a quick little story. I'm not going to bounce through all of these, but last weekend, my daughter had a big nationals competition in Orlando. You are in Orlando. So we decided to meet up. I said, what is a really good toy store? You said, if you've never been to the Acme Superstore, you should go. I have never been in my life. I did not know what this was. Here we are looking like we're on a happy date with one another. This place was incredible. I have never seen so many McFarlane figures in one place, retro wrestlers. I'm going to bounce through these real quickly. This is ridiculous that have huge aisles dedicated just to Star Wars and retro. I had this place set when I was a kid. $115, not a bad price, but couldn't pull the trigger on it. Power of the Force stuff, tons of Star Wars stuff, Black Series Lucy's. They had a little bit of Joy Toy, not a lot. They only had a couple of rando 4 Horsemen products. They had this loose Cosmic, then they had another loose Cosmic and a loose Army Builder. Tons of NECA stuff, tons of retro lines like He-Man, Ghostbusters. They had a lot of this. So I was actually about to pick up a NECA deck from Predator Badlands, and you and I had been sort of hanging around the Plunderlings aisle looking at the Plunderlings. I think you were getting ready to pick something up. Both of us had talked about picking up a Plunder Beak, and then I decided against it. But when we went to go check out, there was a loose Plunder Beak sitting on the shelf that you could pick up and play with, and that's all it took. You picked it up. I picked it up. I was like, dude, check this out. I think I'm going to change my mind. And I went back, picked up one. So you picked up one. I got the Berserker Cuervo. Jose, I believe is his first name. Looks like this on the back. He's kind of like a mountain climber, but he's a bird. I don't care. It doesn't literally make sense, but whatever. And I've already got this guy out and open. So he's already open. Which one did you pick up?
I picked up Flinch. So I've got Flinch right here, and he's really cool, man. I love the colors pop to me, so that's why I went after him.
Yeah, so, and you would think at first blush, I thought these were the exact same head sculpts, but they're really not. So I've got this very short beak, and his mouth does open and close, but it's a very small mouth. You've got the really long, pelican style.
Yep. Yeah. These guys are great, man, and you compose them in so many different ways. I am really impressed with these. So I'm gonna get the last two. I'm gonna get the one you have, and then I'm gonna get the other one, the white one, the pelican. So
the wings are triple jointed, Like our show, whenever we have Curtis on, you can fold them around the body, which is really cool.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I didn't realize, I mean, I didn't think to do this, but I saw another reviewer do this, is that you can pop the wings apart in different places. Well, let me do this. And you can take the bottom part of the wing off, and you can take the top part of the wing, and you can actually make the wings smaller if there's too much, if you don't have enough room on your shelf. So you can make the wing look just like that, and it still looks great. It still
looks good. Yeah, it still looks good.
Yeah, I mean, that still is a substantially sized wing, but I mean, that right there is just super impressive. And what really impressed me with these, like you just alluded to, is that the color options for the 3 are brilliant. The pin apps are just so good.
Yeah, it was like with mine, it fits on my desk, but if you can see the way I place the wings, I place them up so it don't take too much space. So it's perfect. And yeah, I mean, these guys are so good, man. And every time I walk into Acme, I always walk out with a plunderling of some sort, but I never bought a plunder beak. And then I was like, well, you know what? After you showed that figure to me and you were like playing around with it, I was like, yeah, no, screw it. I got to go buy one.
So I actually got a chance to speak to the guy who owns Lone Coconut at Legion's Con last year, and I was looking at the plunder beaks there, and I asked him, I was like, so plunder wings, why didn't you call them plunder wings? And he said, honestly, he said, it's funny. He was like, we thought of plunder wings, and he was like, I was under the impression that the trademark was already licensed by somebody else. And he's like, so we didn't pursue it, and we had to go into production, and we needed the name trademarked quickly. And we knew that if we futzed around with it too long, that it would take too long to get the name trademarked. So we just went with Plunder Beaks. And he was like, and then later on we found out, no, Plunder Wings is available. He's like, so we could have gotten it. And so I don't know if they've gotten it now, but yeah, so they're called Plunder Beaks. Plunder Wings just seems like a missed opportunity. My guy comes with this really cool sword on a rope. So it's a real rope. It's got little metal hooks. You can hook it to his back, which is kind of odd, but it's pretty cool. Comes with a bunch of different little hands. Of course, a lot of the gear, if you have other plunderlings, plunder longs, plunder strongs, then a lot of the gear works. The base body, without the wing balls on the back, the base body is exactly the same as a plunder long. So if you have a plunder long, then you already know the bodies for the beaks, but the wings just really, and the colors really put these guys over the top.
And does your guy wear a little magnetic little hat or something? I know you bought didn't you buy like a hat set or something?
I bought an accessory kit. It came with some swords and stuff to play around. So he does. So mine comes with like this little Spanish conquistador style hat. It's a tiny little hat, but here's the problem. The magnet doesn't work very well on it. It wants to sit back really low on the back of his head. And if you push it too far back, it just falls right off. So yeah, that's the only thing, is that I wish that magnet was a little stronger. I mean, now, as you can see, it's not going to fall off, but if you push it too far back, I saw yours has got like a little, like a shipwreck style beanie.
Yeah, he's got a little beanie, and his fits perfect, man. I mean, it's right there.
That's awesome.
You know? Yeah, it fits perfect on there. So
I love that colorway.
I know, it's great. I love this. And I love yours too, because it's dark. I love the purple and the gray and the black. You know, that's the one I almost got. And then when I saw you getting that, I'm like, I'm gonna get a different one. And
I think you said that you like those colors because they were like Miami colors.
Yeah, man. Yeah, exactly.
See you, Brick. Have a good rest of your day, buddy.
You too. Take care, brother.
Uncarded says the only landmarks I know in Orlando are the theme parks and the iDrive area. Yeah,
go to Longwood and Acme Superstore is there, man. It's a great
Charlie Squared must live around there. He said, it's in Longwood.
Just go there and you'll see it. It's right next to a new Jack in the Box that they just opened up. So it's fantastic. It's right off the I-4.
Those jointed wings. Mr. Mister is one of my favorite bands from the 80s, so I appreciate that joke. And then, as always, if you want to display the boxes with the little ears, this time they have the wings you can put on the sides of the box. I thought that was pretty cool. Lots of really good stuff in here, man. I will be picking up some more of these. That's why I was kind of messaging Terrence and was like, yo, my guy, how long are you going to be? Let me check in with my buddy Charles, see if he got my Savage Crucible figure.
For sure. Yeah, when I'm out on the road next week, I'll pick up the other two birds. I'll just stop in Acme, and that's all I ever really buy at Acme, because I try not to buy any more Joes or Marvel Legends or anything like that. Speaking of Marvel Legends, though, I do have Mephisto coming in today, which I completely forgot about, and then I got my shipping notification and everything, so I do get him today. So that
I saw somebody just before I went online. I was looking for an image on Instagram, and I opened up Instagram, and the first post was somebody opening and displaying their Mephisto in his throne, and it looked incredible.
Yeah,
heck yeah. Toucans and Ravens. All right, let's get into our double down, and let's see. Hey, we could probably do this in 30 minutes. We'll get you guys out of here in a 2-hour period. So let's double down. All right, so we're going to be talking all things Action Force related. So I don't remember if this was now probably 3 weeks ago, I think, possibly at the Dallas Fort Worth show. Bobby has somehow managed to get himself banned from all of the Joe shows. Imagine that. And so Dallas Fort Worth seems to be the biggest show that he attends. And he does his big release there every year of his big presentation of what's coming up for the rest of the half of the year. And man, let's just get into it, because there's a lot of slides here. So we're just going to dive right in. So first off, they are redoing the Arctic Commando, which is really good, because I have their first Arctic. Was it an Arctic Steel Brigade? Was that what it was?
Yep.
And then the Arctic sniper gear set with the ghillie suit and the sniper weapons pack. And they all have like this minty green color on them. Yeah. And it looks a little weird. So I'm very happy that they are redoing. This looks like the Infantry Commando 2.0 version, just repainted in white. And I am loving it.
Yeah, these are great. I have a ghillie suit, and I have no figure for it. Like, I have the ghillie suit back, and it's just sitting in my closet with no figure for it. So I'm excited to get some of these Arctic guys.
Yeah, let me see if I can grab mine real quick. Here we go. So I have two. So the first one is this is what I did with the first one, that I kitted him out with like the Arctic gas mask and this vest, but nice. I'm just not a big fan of the minty green accent color. And then I kind of made like this guy I really dig. So I kind of have, it's the same base body, just different heads. And so these are the two Arctic troopers that I have currently. But yeah, I'm excited for this one, because this looks so good.
Yeah, good.
So let's see here. Make sure that I am on the right thing. Next up, we have. So, guys, first of all, my memory is terrible, and this was 3 weeks ago. So I'm gonna do my best to remember everything that I watched from the. So if I get anything wrong, somebody let me know in the comments. I believe they called this the heavy machine gun or the heavy artillery. Heavy artillery steel brigade. So you've got the heavy machine gun, the big, huge rocket launcher with the packs on his back. Some of that equipment came with Malice recently, and this is a repaint of that. I like this look. I like this look for Steel Brigade so much that I went and kind of customized one of my Steel Brigades to sort of make a look sort of like this. But That looks really cool. They're redoing the Night Force Steel Brigade. So the first one, I believe, was a Big Bad Toy Store exclusive. Yep. I don't think this one is going to be, but they are redoing that one. Real quick, checking on the chat. Brandon says, been opening Vala stuff all morning last night too. It takes a while to go through all the stuff. Got a Corsairs from the black, and there's enough stuff to turn Reaper into another Corsair. Yeah, absolutely. That's a great idea. We're getting a Steel Brigades heads pack, which I am super excited for. Man, there's so much good stuff right here. Yeah. I'm loving this. I mean, I love the heads packs that he does. It's a brilliant move. I mean, I gotta be honest, right now, I think of all of the toy lines that have popping and swapping built into the DNA of that figure. So Mythic Legions, Cosmic Legions, AWOC, Meta Travelers, Legendary. Man, what am I missing? Anyway, what I think that Action Force is my favorite pop and swap toy line right now, because anytime that I go on a road trip for a long, like a 4 or 5 hour road trip, and I'm not driving the whole time, I bring a whole bunch of Action Force gear. If I don't have anything going on at home and I'm kind of bored and I just want to like go sit and chill, like I grab my Action Force stuff and I'll just sit there and pop and swap. Everything is easy to pop apart. Things are like they're expanding the popping and swapping ability, like with the arms now, and all of the gear packs. It's just an easy thing. Like I love popping and swapping mythics and cosmics, but after about 10 or 15 minutes, my hands and my fingers are just
they hurt. They hurt.
It gets frustrating. I don't like to have to like soak my figures in hot water. Like these are just ready to go straight out. You literally can open a figure, pop. It's easy. My hands don't hurt after a while. So I'm loving it. I am all about the popping and swapping when it comes to this. He talked about bringing out a new version. There's going to be another version, I believe, of the black head of this head sculpt coming out. And he just kind of teased it. I don't know. It might be an exclusive somewhere. Then he got into their boat, and I'm sorry, I don't remember what he called this landing craft. The Riptide. Okay. There's a picture on his social media that I wish I had included, but it's a picture of somebody holding this in their hand, and you can actually see how big it is. It's about this big. It's about the size of a shoebox. It can comfortably sit 4 soldiers in the boat at once. It will come with this translucent and painted water display base that makes it look like it's moving through the water, and it sits up at an angle. So that's kind of really cool. I think he showed on social media that they had gotten it up to about an hour and 45 minutes of float time before it starts taking on water. So that's kind of cool. And this price, $64.99, like, is just ridiculous. I think this is an incredible price for this vehicle.
It's an amazing price. Amazing.
I can't see Hasbro releasing this for less than $100.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So absolutely incredible. They're going to start doing some accessory packs. So he has this stand. I think this goes along with their idea of Raise the Black, which was their thing. Like at ZoloCon, if you came to ZoloCon and said Raise the Black, you got a free like poker chip or something like that. But they're going to have these wired flags. And it doubles as a display base. This is how it's going to come packaged. I think that price up there is $9.99 for this. If you want to get this, I wouldn't mind having at least just one of these, because a pirate flag kind of goes along with the black idea.
It's cool to pose it that way and everything. I do like the way that they have that, and just just everything that he made, like with the Riptide and that boat, alone, just again the price, and then you can fit I think they said something like you can fit like 8 figures on there if you put them on the sides and stuff like that.
On the sides as well.
Yeah. But with the
Absolutely.
flag and everything there, that is really good. That's a cool pose, especially now that he's coming out with a alternate version of Blackbeard. You could pose him with that too. So
Yeah,
that's really
for
cool.
sure. Yeah, this looks really good. I can see me buying like one of these.
Oh yeah,
I don't. I
I
past
wouldn't
that,
do
I'm
that.
not sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't do more. I'll get one.
But I believe this was $9.99 for this set.
Yeah.
He did say that they are going to be doing a mail away figure for the points, the spoils as they call it. So that's cool. He's like, it will be announced, and just like other releases, you'll be able to buy it from their store or send in the points and buy it for way less price. But yeah, I think that's really cool. Andy has a really good question. Can the flag fit on the boat? I don't know, but that's a really
I think
good.
he said no. I remember somebody asked him that, and I think he said no, not yet.
Yeah,
But
I don't think so. I don't know where
so.
it would plug
Which
in.
would be cool, which would be really cool if you could, but I'm sure as a customizer you could figure out a way to put the flag on there.
Yeah. Or always have some guy in the back,
Yeah, or you could have
to
some
hold
guy
the flag.
holding it. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Let's see here. Yeah, here is another version of
That's a cool one.
Blackbeard.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
kind of camoed up. I really dig this. It looks really cool. He talked about adding some seals, like some unnamed like scuba troopers, which I really love, into the black. And the next really cool thing is that he said he always wanted a way that he always thought it was really cool how the seals would breach the water and come up out of the water. And so they are going to have these splash effects that you literally can take apart the top part of the body and plug these onto the base, and it looks like the figures are coming up out of the water. Dude, this is brilliant. This is some true outside the box thinking right here, and I'm here for it. I like it.
Yeah, no, that kicks ass, especially if you have something really cool that you could set up to where it is water and you could put 3 or 4 of those guys just coming out of the water, guns ready. I mean, that's that the figure alone just complete looks really, really good. Look at that.
Nice.
Man.
Yeah. Look at all that stuff you're getting.
I know.
Yeah, that's a lot of really cool gear. And even the hands, some of the hands have like webbing in the fingers. You can actually kind of see it in the prototypes here.
Yeah.
They look like they have fishy hands. That looks really cool. I don't know how practical that is for shooting weapons, but yeah, you could totally have a couple of these, make like 2 or 3 or 4 of these guys coming up out of the water before the boat in front of the boat display. Dude,
that would be cool.
Incredible stuff right here. Then he also said that I believe this was designed for him by Duarte Studios, who we know from the Cabal or from Mythic Legions, and you can put the gear, so you can kit out your little armory dios with their gear. This is really cool, and the helmet, the head of the post actually comes off, and you can store the helmet on it, but you can actually take that head off and put it on your soldiers, which is again more outside the box thinking. This is some really neat stuff because that just looks badass. I don't know if anybody has played Death Stranding 2, but there are some really cool soldiers in that look just like this. It's really dope. That's really incredible. Again, these you'll get 2 in a pack for $11.99. I happen to think that's a pretty good deal. I think that's not bad. I would definitely pay that. That seems in line with what you would pay if you were at a con and somebody was just making these 3D printed, $5 or $6 a pop. I think,
especially for those who have a diorama that they could put this on or whatever. Yeah. I know that I think Duarte was working on a diorama too, but we'll see.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we'll see how that. Let's see here. Let me get back. So he is talking about continuing the weapons crates. He said we're going to go all the way to letter Z. I don't remember which crate this was, but if the outside of the weapons crate looks a little familiar, it is because it's really supposed to invoke the idea of Deadpool, because people were asking for some gold weapons for a certain Marvel Legends action figure. And he said, sure, why not? Let's do a whole weapons crate full of gold weapons. So there you have it. That's really cool. So the outside of the box reflects that. I thought this was pretty neat. Weapons pack Papa. So you're going to get some new weapons that we haven't had in the line before. Some new updated weapons here. These look great. And then I love this weapons pack Quebec. These are going to be weapons from iconic movies. So I love the fact that this looks like a blockbuster card or case, which is pretty neat. And people were like kind of going around Weapons Pack Romeo, going around trying to figure out where some of these weapons were from. And you know, I've heard Rambo or Terminator. Yeah, definitely. So some really cool. I don't know where those red like Desert Eagles are from.
No, I don't either.
But I think this is pretty neat. We get that crossbow. It's really cool. I love their weapons packs. This is just
something. Packs are great. Yeah.
And he talked about how with the larger weapons, they're getting even more modularity built into them. So this is this gun right here that you can see down in the bottom right. Yeah, you're looking at, being able to take off the ammo cover, the handle, kind of like trick them out. The ammo casings, like the ammo feed pouches. I mean, that's crazy at that scale. It's 6-inch scale. That's nuts. Sierra, again, they're going to be putting out the rocket launcher kit in a new colorway, this time with the black and the orange, or like the wood grain. It's going to come in, instead of a green Pelican case, it's going to come in a tan one. I've got a couple of the earlier ones that this one is modeled after. Looks great. And then he also said they are going to be doing some straps. Now, I don't know how the straps are going to work, if they're going to do a straps kit like a weapons pack, but he did say that straps were coming. Then he talked about Pulse, which will be, I think, later this year, either at Titans Toy or...
No, Pulse is the Toy Unity exclusive.
Okay, so yeah, it's going to be like first available there. And he talked about this figure, so this medic being sort of named after the young boy who made sort of like global news, who was, I think he was like 7 or 8 years old, 10 years old, something like that, and protected his little sister from getting bit by a dog, and he got his face bitten. By a dog, and had severe scarring and facial scarring, and went through a lot of surgeries. Bobby found that story very touching, very moving, reached out to the family and said, can we name this figure after him? And they agreed. So that is the name of this figure. He even sort of looks like the kid, if that kid had kind of like grown up, but we're getting like a true battlefield medic, like a modern day battlefield medic, with the case. Toy Unity Expo. There's
the detail that goes into this figure. The fact that he put nitrile gloves on that figure is pretty awesome. Just down to the exact detail of a medic that's on the field. It's fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure.
And the stretcher. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, I mean, Brandon even says right here, the medic actually wearing nitrile gloves for a change. Yeah, it's a little details that make all the difference. 100%.
It does.
But yeah. Oh yeah, check out. There's our good buddy. Here's Faisal hanging out. This is really, really good. Here's the pack out. Comes with the base, the stretcher. I mean, I'm pretty sure this is going to be a deluxe figure. It's going to come with that little silver thing that looks like a condom wrapper up there. Is like I forgot what they call it, but like sort of like the blanket, the heating blanket. He's going to come with a defibrillator, and then the gear on the wrists. Defibrillator fits in the backpack. That right there is crazy.
That is so cool, man.
That's so dope.
I know, that is so cool.
New style helmet with the chin straps. He hasn't done chin straps on helmets yet. That's coming, and still leaves the port on the front for the night vision goggles. And then he was like, you can put pretty much any figure in the stretcher, because the even the bigger figures, because you can just let out the straps. He did give an update, kind of like an unfortunate update on the 3.75 inch O-ring figures and the Ornithopter, for whatever that thing's called, from Dune. He said both of these projects are on indefinite hold. He's like, that doesn't mean they're never coming out. He just said that they're not actively pursuing them right now. I guess the production was a little complicated on these projects. Probably couldn't get to the price point he wanted for the 3.75 inch figures. And if it's one thing we know about Bobby, if it's one thing we can always say, is that he is going to try to deliver the highest quality product at the lowest price he possibly can. And I would have to imagine that O-ring figures are not hard to manufacture these days, but if they're not coming out at the price point that he wants, I would imagine that that's probably what.
I think you and I can both agree. When it comes to like something like Super 7 and the reaction figures, I am not spending $25, $30 on an O-ring figure or a little, like
I can't do it.
No way. There's no way.
I can't do it.
No way.
I can't.
No.
Yeah. Uncarded reviews. Yeah. Ribbed for your pleasure. Absolutely. It's like a thumb at your nose at Hasbro Pulse. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. No, I think, yeah, for sure. Pulse. Then he said we are getting some more of I forgot, what are these guys called? The Bee Troopers? The Swarm. With updated Stinger wings.
Those are cool.
Yeah,
they're some of my favorites. Swarm.
Yeah,
they're cool.
Absolutely. Man. I only have one, but I do like it, with 3 different sets of movable wings here. So then he talked about his line here. I think it's called Stolen Valor. I'm sorry, it's called Extras. My bad. But where he talks about his Extras line coming December of 2026. I'm not really into this line. Like, I will probably pick up some of the accessory packs, but probably not these figures. There are going to be 3 core offerings here. We have Chris. These are going to be coming in at $19.99 a piece, which, I mean, that's a great value. Mess, or no, what is that? James, sorry, Mess. My camera's in the way. I can't see it. This guy's name's Mess. I can only see the last name. And then Marco, no relation to me in any way. But here's some of the way, like, you can actually pop and swap them up, at the torso and put the different legs on these guys. He's kind of showing that off here. They're each going to come with a piece of modular base, which you can connect these bases in different ways to make a street scene. I think that's pretty neat. There's going to be torso enhanced packs for $19.99. And then there's going to be some legs packs. That's also going to come with a Valaverse manhole cover corner piece. He said also you can swap the shoes as well, like between figures.
Yeah. I mean, it's cool that, he's giving you 3 pairs of legs, 3 pairs of torsos and all that for $20. That's a good deal. But but street figures is something that I'm, even the heads pack you can use for like your military guys if you want to use.
I'm definitely going to be picking up the heads pack for sure.
Yeah, the heads pack 100%. For sure. Yeah. I mean, there's a need for it for these kind of figures, because especially for people that do dioramas, and for anyone that wants, or for people that want to use them with their Marvel Legends as thugs against their heroes and stuff like that. There's so much you can do with these figures. There is a market for them, but I'm probably not going to grab them.
Yeah, I think they're a very neat idea, and I also thought it was a neat idea when Shartimus Prime had it before him.
Yeah,
that was also a neat idea. But whatever. Heads pack's looking great, and if you want a figure of Articulated Ninja, the YouTuber, you can get your hands on one, because he will be the exclusive for the Toy Unity Expo. And if you need a Bobby Vala action figure called Honcho with a nice little petty ass t-shirt on, you can get one as well. That will be at Toy Unity as well. Both of those are going to be Toy Unity exclusives or first drops or whatever. Anyway,
yeah.
I like Ninja. He seems like a really nice guy. I don't know him personally. I've never met him, never spoken with him, but he seems like a super nice guy.
Me either, but I used to watch his videos all the time and still watch them from time to time when it's something that, I'm interested in his reviews or, and I follow his girls on Instagram. So, I mean, hey, cool. He got a figure. Congratulations. As for the Bobby figure, I mean, it was a choice. That's all I'm going to say. It was a choice.
Moving on. Moving on. He did show off the Splinter Cell figure. Now, there is a typo on this screen. It says December 2027. It is supposed to say December 2026. Somebody called him out on that at the thing and asked if the date was correct. And he said, no, I'm sorry. It should be 26. Maybe he'd had a few drinks when he typed that up. Who knows? But he is making a Splinter Cell Blacklist Sam Fisher. Again, this figure looks great. It looks really cool. Seems like we're getting a lot of really cool like video game characters. We're getting him. We're getting Laura Croft from Hasbro G.I. Joe line. I like the new base that he's coming with. This base is also modular. You see it's got a smaller part to the base. That is because you can actually use it as you can connect other bases together with it, or you can use it as a way to have like one foot kind of like up a little bit higher than the other foot. I think that's pretty cool. This is a neat idea for bases. I'm happy to have it. And then they also teased that they're working on a Desert Sam Fisher from Blacklist as well. I don't know if he's going to get other Splinter Cell lines, but it seems like he at least got figures from the game Blacklist. And then here is that pack out as well.
I never really was a big fan of that game. Never played
man, they're so good.
I always played I was big into what are the other Tom Clancy games that
I got you. Yeah,
you know what I mean. So but that Splinter Cell I really didn't play as much as
to me they were just like Western versions of Metal Gear Solid with less weird stuff in them.
No,
I really enjoyed them.
Yeah.
I enjoyed them. He did get into Action Force 1944 a bit. He said Series 1 will be 4 core troopers, some weapons packs, gear packs, and 2 battlefield artillery. This is going to be Series 1.
Thank you, Andy. Rainbow Six. That's what I was thinking.
Rainbow Six. There you go.
Yeah.
So we've got the U.S. Army Ranger with like a little cigarette in his hand and a lighter. That's pretty cool. I dig these figures. There is a paratrooper that is coming. I'm excited for the different popping and swapping possibilities here and the gear. I like the new cracked concrete bases. That looks pretty dope. Then we've got some German infantry. I do especially take note of the fact that there is no symbology on these characters, which I appreciate. That was not something that I thought Bobby would do, but I appreciate him for doing it. I just don't think, let me just say, I don't think that all audiences are ready. They're not mature enough for that yet. And then some basic German troopers. And then he said, like in the future, yes, they are going to get into British troopers, Japanese troopers. Like they're gonna get all the different factions will be represented. We've got some D-Day gear packs coming. I think this is again great, brilliant idea. I'm glad he's carrying this over to that line. Some airborne gear packs. I'm sure the pricing is going to be the same as like in line with the rest, and then weapons packs. Starting off with weapons pack Able.
I'll tell you this: I was not really looking forward to his World War II line, his 1944, and then after I saw the reveal, I got to give it to him, man. He knocked it out of the park. He knocked it out of the park. These guys look good, man. Like. I was not gonna jump into it, and now I'm like, damn, these are good.
Yeah, they really are. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. I haven't had a World War II toy line before, so I'm excited for it. And I'm glad that they are going to avoid some pitfalls of things that could come back and bite them. So
of course,
playing it smart.
There's ways around it. I mean, Operation Monster Force does the same thing with some of their figures. There's ways around it, and I think the German troopers look really good. So they're accurate. They just don't have all, like you said, they don't have all the symbolism and stuff on it, which is good.
He did say that they are going to do the Flak 38. So this is in production. No pricing was given at the time, but they are. And he goes, and hey, look at there. It's got a tow hitch. So use your imagination. And I don't think it's a stretch. I mean, I think he's said in other videos that he wants to do a Sherman tank. So I'm sure that he'll figure out a way to get that in there at some point. But yeah, there's some more pictures of the Flak 38. Wheels turn, it tilts up and down, rotates left and right. He's going to be doing some play sets. This is something that I wish Hasbro would do with G.I. Joe. Just simple little play sets like this. Doesn't have to be crazy. You don't always have to pack a figure in with it. And make it ridiculously priced. I think these are nice. And then he got the license for the Rocketeer, and he's going to be imagining if the Rocketeer had made its way into World War II. And
now, interesting with the Rocketeer, he got the license to the Rocketeer except for the rocket pack. So it's a different rocket pack than what it was in the original Rocketeer. So
yes.
But this,
I believe the singular, it had like a singular engine, right? Whereas this has two.
This is fantastic. I love this. This is really good.
This is really good.
Yeah.
He made it very clear he does not have license for the movie or characters that were in the movie, but they are working on doing other looks for the Rocketeer. And then here is a different, you can see that he comes with a different backpack, two different style of helmets. Yeah, this guy looks great. I can't wait to add this to my collection.
It's for sure.
And then here is another colorway that they're going to be offering as well.
That
he showed off. Then he talked about, I forgot what this action figure's name is. Steel Brigade. No, I know. It's right there. Ocular Serpent, not to be confused with Snake Eyes, but very clearly Snake Eyes.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Ocular
Bobby
Serpent.
stealing somebody else's idea. Imagine that. And then this is also going to come like in a 1/100 pack that, there'll be some sort of difference. Oh yeah, it's this. The black and
red and black is the version, is this other version. Yeah. Cool figure. Very cool figure. Very Firefly is what I think. When I see him,
more Firefly. Yeah,
I think more Firefly than anything.
And I think that this figure is going to be the Titans Toy Expo first available, if I'm not mistaken. So right before Toy Unity, that figure will be. And then that is it, ladies and gentlemen. That is all 80 slides. That was a lot, and we did get through with it in 30 minutes. This was a packed show.
Yeah,
very packed show. All right, I'm glad we were able to deliver a very packed show, being the first time we've been back live in a month. So I just want to thank all of the people in the chat. Thanks, Curtis, for that super chat. You didn't have to do that, buddy, but we super appreciate it. And thank you, Omar, for coming in and filling in.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, next weekend is going to be another packed show. I think Curtis is going to join Greg and I for a triple jointed. So you'll definitely want to, if you're not traveling and you can tune in, definitely be sure to check us out. What do you got coming up this week? You guys doing Legions Kings Tuesday night, or?
Yeah, we have Legions Kings Tuesday night. Don't know if Greg's going to be on there or not, so it might just be Jay and myself. We may find a guest or something else, and yeah, I mean that's about it. And 4th of July coming, and I'll be working a lot. And it's Omar, not Oscar, but that's all right. It's not the first time I've been called Oscar in the past. But
they'll get used to you. They'll get used to you.
Yeah. So but yeah, I mean, and it's just work, man. Just work. And don't forget to pre-order for your Mythic Legions Reinforcements Wave 3. Remember, this is the last weekend.
Yeah, Charlie Squared, great show, guys. Time to go watch Night of Champions. So my wife and I went to go see
tonight.
Supergirl last night. So I had to record Friday Night SmackDown because my daughter, who is 7 and loves watching wrestling with me, she had to miss it, so we missed it as well. So I recorded it. So I've got a little bit of stuff to do around the house, and then we're going to watch SmackDown, and then we're going to watch Night of Champions. It's going to be a full day of wrestling. It's just going to be me and my daughter. Like, nice. I love watching wrestling, and watching it with a 7-year-old girl is pretty freaking funny.
Go Fatal Influence.
Exactly.
And Ricky Saints.
No,
dude, that's my boy.
She does. She does his little move. She'll do his little dance thing. She'll do it just to freak me out. She knows how much I did get her something this week. I did get her something this week. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Because I think, what did I do with that figure?
That's right. And Forbidden Door is tomorrow too. But I'm not gonna watch Forbidden Door. I'll be honest with AEW. I've kind of lost a lot of interest in AEW in the last year and a half. So I know
our buddy Brian loves AEW. I tried watching it, and I tried so hard I couldn't get into it.
Unfortunately, with AEW, I don't like the way Tony Khan runs some things, and he's benched a lot of wrestlers that I love that I used to watch AEW for. So that's why I'm just waiting for their contracts to run out so they go to WWE, and then I'll be happy. So
over the weekend, whenever I got that great Muta figure for you, we were at the store. I like Roxanne Perez, and so I bought this figure. And so Maddie, this is the only female wrestling figure I have. Maddie likes her now because we have a toy of her, and so but not very accurate, if you guys know what I'm saying. So she loves now. So now she loves Roxanne Perez because we have a figure of her. And so she'll as a matter of fact, whenever wrestling comes on and she hears the theme, she says, "Can I go get your wrestlers?" And she'll either go and get my retro wrestlers up there, or she'll get my luchadors. And she loves the luchadors from Boss Fight, and she'll like break the table, and like she gets the dude. It's funny watching a 7-year-old girl who loves dance and dolls. Like,
they got some really good female WWE wrestlers coming out, man. They've got JC Jane, they've got Julia, they've got another Chelsea Green. They got some really good ones. Another Tiffany Stratton. They got some really good ones coming out.
Sol Ruka is coming up right now.
Sol Ruka's coming out.
Maddie really loves Rhea Ripley because of her makeup. And then I've even heard, because I don't watch it and I should watch it, but I've been listening to Wrestling Nation a lot. They're talking about a lot of the female wrestlers that are coming up from NXT that are really good. I can't remember their names because I don't know them yet. But
Kendall Gray is one of them, and Lola Vice. There's a few.
Lola Vice is the one I remember them talking about.
She used to be an MMA fighter. So, yeah, she's really good.
Real quickly, Supergirl was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. A lot of people said that they don't like the villain because he's one note and he's not very memorable. I can understand exactly why people say that. I hear you. I get it. But at the same time, I don't need for every single superhero movie to be about saving the universe or the planet Earth. It is okay for a superhero to just go on a mission against a mid-level boss and have them totally decimate them. It's totally fine. And that's what this movie is that she is not saving the universe. She's literally going on a mission against a mid-level guy. And for what it's worth, for what he is, Clem of the Yellow Hills or whatever, Krim of the Yellow Hills, he does his job well. Like, he isn't a memorable villain. No, he is not going to stand up in the pantheon of General Zod's or Ultron's or Thanos's. Absolutely not. But he's also not threatening the universe. He's just a bad guy who does bad things, and he needs to be taken out. Millie Alcock as Supergirl is great. Jason Momoa has really found his calling, and I thought he was okay as Aquaman. Whatever, like it was a take. And I enjoyed it. And Aquaman, the movie, and Aquaman 2 are both better than they should be. But I would say that he is equally as good as Lobo as Ryan Reynolds is as Deadpool. It's just match made in heaven. It's peanut butter and jelly. What are you going to do? I enjoyed it. It's a lot of fun. I don't know if I'll see it again in theaters, but I'll definitely buy it when it comes out for sure. So
I'll have to
just throw that out there.
Yep, I'll have to check it out.
Kids playing with physical toys and action figures is a good thing. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I think I told my you guys that are in my my wrestling Chathausen. I think last Monday night, my daughter was sitting on her couch with her back to the TV, and she was brushing my wife's hair. She was playing with dollies, and she was brushing my wife's hair with her back to the TV. And LA Knight come on the TV, and she goes, "LA Knight, yeah." It's like she wasn't even looking at the TV.
That's awesome.
And she's just brushing hair and playing with dolls and brushing my wife's hair, and she's just like, "LA Knight, yeah."
That's cool.
Let me talk to you.
Let me talk to you.
She is a mess. Yes. Jason Momoa was born to play the main man, 100%. All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up. We're going to call it there. It's been 2 hours and 8 minutes. That's a record for us. So we're going to let you guys go. Omar, thank you again for doing this. We're going to see you a lot more around here. So we'll see you soon and celebrate next weekend, 4th of July, and we'll see you next week.
Later, guys.
See you guys.